There are so many different styles of wrestling around the world, and I'll briefly talk about all the ones I've competed in so far, starting off with sumo. Sumo is a centuries-old sport that originates in Japan and is the only place in the world in which it is done professionally. Uniforms must be a traditional mawashi, and in the amateur ranks you are allowed to wear compression shorts underneath and aren't required to have your hair in a top knot. In sumo, the first point wins and can be achieved by forcing your opponent out of the dojo, aka the ring, or making any part of their body that isn't the soles of their feet touch the ground. Moving on, we have folk style. This unique style of wrestling is exclusive to the United States of America. Uniforms can be traditional singlets or compression tops with shorts and headgear. Athletes can obtain points via takedown, exposing their opponent's shoulder blades to the mat for 2 to 4 seconds, or escaping from under their opponent's control by standing and releasing contact, just to name a few. Now we have freestyle, which is one of 2 Olympic styles of wrestling. Wrestlers must wear traditional singlets that are either red or blue to distinguish the athletes. Wrestlers are able to obtain points by making their opponent step out of bounds, earning takedowns, big throws, and exposing their opponent's shoulder blades to the mat from what is known as a parterre position, or in other words, when they are controlling their opponent on top. Next on our list is Greco-Roman. This is also an Olympic style of wrestling. In this style, athletes must only attack above the waist, hence the upright stance. Uniforms must also be traditional singlets in either red or blue, and like freestyle, athletes can obtain points by forcing their opponents out of bounds, earning takedowns, big throws, and exposing their opponent's shoulder blades to the mat from the parterre position. The following style is beach wrestling, which is my favorite style by far. As the name states, wrestlers must compete on sand. Uniforms can be any regulation shorts of your choosing, and the rules are simple. There is one 3-minute period, and the first person to 3 points wins. Points can be scored by knees touching the sand, making your opponent step out of bounds, takedowns, and throws. At last, we have lucha libre, which is the Mexican style of pro wrestling. And hold on, I know that these are scripted athletic performances, but lucha libre is world renowned for its colors, masked characters, and acrobatic high-flying style. I'm choosing to add this to the list despite me never actually doing it because, for one, it does use a lot of wrestling-based techniques, and I am inspired by a lot of lucha libre elements and incorporated into my own personal brand.